One day, Nick was astonished to spot a beautiful woman standing across the barren canyon. He was tempted to stare longer, but she seemed to sense his presence. The woman instantly halted her work and turned toward him. Her face was breathtakingly lovely, yet Nick instinctively averted his gaze. The previous guardian had warned him to ignore anything happening across the canyon and never attempt communication. This was a watchtower perched on the canyon's edge, and Nick was its new guardian. Strangely, the vast canyon lay empty for miles, yet an array of weapons and equipment stood beside the tower. Every 10 meters within the canyon, giant suspended landmines hung, as if guarding against some threat. The former guardian had told Nick the task was simple: daily equipment checks and ammunition restocks. Endure a year, and a replacement would arrive. Nick was confused. His superiors had emphasized the mission's importance, yet he still didn't know its purpose. The goal is to keep whatever's in the canyon from escaping, the previous guardian had whispered mysteriously. That only deepened Nick's confusion. What could possibly lurk in the empty chasm? After the former guardian's departure, Nick began his routine: patrolling, inspecting gear. It was as mind-numbingly simple as described, even more tedious than he'd imagined. Bored, he peered through his telescope at the opposite canyon. The only difference was the watchtower's guardian, a beautiful woman clearly as curious about him as he was about her. To his shock, she initiated contact. She fired a shot to grab his attention, then held up a notebook with scribbled messages when he aimed his telescope her way. Distance made this their only lifeline. Her playful charm drew a smile from Nick. She even played music from a CD. But as they shared this fleeting joy, there seems to be an anomaly in the canyon. Nick snatched his rifle and scanned below, only to lock eyes with a horror he'd never imagined.